Oh boy. I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem with my father the other week. Pretty good movie. Pretty different. Man, I'm really I'm trying, fellas and ladies and everybody in betweens. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. It's directed by Jeff Rowe. I don't know who that is, but the screenplay is by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who work on a bunch of superhero properties now with The Boys and Preacher. That's a comic book property, not superhero, but the same thing. Or Invincible. Also, they do Invincible. So that's one thing, and also known for their comedy. Like they're more like stoner comedies, as they would call them, like Pineapple Express or The Night Before or Sausage Party, or all those Super Bad, all those crazy, just all the movies that look and sound like Seth Rogen. He's done them, and he's involved in this movie. And what's funny is this movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, is probably the perfect swirl of his comic bookiness and his literally his stoner comedy. I don't know, essence or whatever. This is probably the most relaxed and I wouldn't say slow paced, but nobody in the movie is aggressively angry at each other. Anyway, there is a villain in the movie who is trying to do something to the world, but he's the most chill about it and doing it. Everybody is chill in the movie. You do feel a little sad for the turtles because they really want to be normal, and there's that. But there's never nobody's just I'm just gonna, nobody's yelling at each other all crazy like that. It's just, and there's way more mutants in the movie. Usually with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and a bunch of ninjas, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady. Bebop and Rocksteady are in the movie, but there is a bunch of weird, I assume deep cut mutants from Ninja Turtles history that I didn't know, Wingnut, or Leatherhead, or Mondo Gecko, Genghis Frog, Ray Fillet. I don't know any of these. I don't know if they're all real or not. Yeah, it's a real guy. So, or, a real comic book character. So I had no idea any of those existed. Also, they give the Ninja Turtles more of a dilemma, because on one hand, they don't want to see New York get destroyed or anything. But on the other hand, the people trying to destroy New York are fellow mutants, and they need to stand behind their mutant brothers. That's me trying to be X-Men. But it is kind of a similar sentiment, though. The mutant villain in the show or movie is the villain in the movie instantly accepts the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first second, he's oh, hey, you're all the mutants? Well, let's hang out. And it's wow. And they hang out for a bit. And it's only once he explains his plan to the Turtles, where Turtles are well, doesn't that sound a little crazy? And he's why? Does it seem crazy? And even then, I think the Turtles talk to most of the mutants and actually get them to think through the plan and see that what they're doing is not what they should be doing, and that they should actually be trying to work together to make themselves look good for the humans, so they will be accepted. And I loved all of that. I also like that they aged down April O'Neil from, usually she's already a reporter. This time she's still a reporter, but she's in high school, and she sucks at reporting because she's too nervous to talk on camera and all that. It's all a bunch of, they aged everybody down. Even the turtles. Usually turtles are portrayed as 15, 16, 17. These are more 13, 14, 15 range-ish, on the young side of teen. And it's just their conversations are always about nothing, and they don't lead to much, but in a fun way, not in a annoying, this is a bad movie way. You're watching kids interact, basically. And all the kids, I think, are mostly unknowns who play the the Turtles, and they're going to try to do a spin-off TV show, which I don't know if the TV show looks like the movie. Actually, I'm interested. If it's another one of these kind of B-rate animated turtle shows, I don't care. But the movie didn't do the best, but I think it's going to do... Oh, it did okay, actually. Budget was $70 million. I didn't even think it was that cheap. That's not cheap, but that's cheapish. And the box office was $173, so they actually did really good. Good for them. You know, the kids' movies really do skirt by unnoticed sometimes because, you know, we never think about the fact the kids only care about 1 or 2 movies a summer because we only give them about 1 or 2 movies a summer. So, yeah.